Simon McGork, Yucatan Township. The real problem in Houston County is a governance problem. The chaos in planning and zoning as it relates to mining is one symptom of that governance problem. We intend to continue to fight for a ban to protect our county, but we now realize that to accomplish that, we have to expose this county's governance to the sunlight of public opinion. It's called democracy, where the people have a voice. You are right. We need to quit focusing on the employees and put the focus where it belongs, on the members of this board who enable bad behavior. Some of you, along with Planning Commission Chair, are complicit in a cover-up and misinformation campaign. One example of this misinformation is that you cannot mine within 1 mile of a trout stream. That is false. To mine within 1 mile of a trout stream, you need a trout stream setback permit. That means that large areas of the county are not excluded from mining, as Mr. Griffin says. On top of that, there's 120 non-conforming mines, many within that mile setback, that planning and zoning is doing their best to exempt from this rule. Why the misinformation? What is being covered up? Teresa, last week you asked how we got to this point. Being lied to makes people angry. Passing a permit with multiple violations pending environmental review and being denied due process makes people angry. Getting kicked out of county offices for confronting bad behavior makes people angry. We raise valid concerns but are ignored. That makes people angry. That's how we got to this point.
Good morning, Commissioners. Ken Jumper from La Crescent Township. I have a couple proposals or ideas, a couple points I want to comment on today. A few weeks ago, I think it was, Jack Knight from Alameda County was here saying he represented Alameda County government. I thought that was a little strange, so I called Alameda County and talked to the county board chairman. Jack Knight had no authority at all, does not represent Alameda County in talking to the Houston County Board. The second point is, I think we're all pretty cognizant of this incredible controversy, the debate that's going on about the proposed ordinance, zoning ordinance in Houston County. As you know, I felt the Planning Commission acted improperly and in fact illegally in putting that together and recommending it to you. I'd like to make a constructive proposal because often we're accused of not having constructive proposals. I'm always amazed at how early your county board meetings end. I'd like to suggest that from now, for however long it takes, that you spend an hour towards the end of each of your county board meetings going over the ordinance, this proposed ordinance that's being debated so much, going over it line by line, sentence by sentence, and paragraph by paragraph, and discussing it as 5 county board members. Because I think that's the only way the issue of what is in that ordinance is going to be resolved to the satisfaction of everyone in this county. Certainly you can commit another hour into these relatively short board meetings every week to spend discussing and agreeing exactly what's written in that ordinance. And everyone who watches the public comment period in the county then can learn and participate and understand exactly what's being proposed, because I think when that happens, if you do that, our side of this debate is going to be validated in what we're saying is in that ordinance and the implications of it. Have a good week, Commissioners.
Good morning, Commissioners. Kelly Stanage from Houston Township. What we're seeing in Houston County is the divisiveness that has been demonstrated throughout western Wisconsin with regard to this industry, frac sand mining. And I'm just here to encourage you to try to not only come to some sort of an agreement among yourselves and with the community on how to effectively deal with this industry or this land use, frac sand mining, but also to try to begin to heal the divisions that we're seeing in the community. I want to read something to you from the Blandon Community Leadership Program. Healthy community is a place to live where all people can meet their economic, social, physical, cultural, and spiritual needs, work together for the common good, and participate in creating their future. I think the key words here are work together and participate. And I feel, and many people I sense in the community also feel, that we have not been able to participate. We've been barred from participating. And when that happens, people get angry. So I just want to encourage you, there's a lot to heal here. Not only do we have to find a way to deal with frac sand mining, but we also need to begin to come together as an entire county and be able to work together where everyone feels like we are participating in creating the future of the county. So, as always, I offer my help in any way I can to help the board begin to affect those changes in Houston County. Thank you for your service.
Thank you.
Donna Bucky, Yucatan Township. In the last couple of weeks, Houston County Protectors put on 2 forums, one in Spring Grove and one in Caledonia here. And I have a contact sheet from people who signed up to get information. And we talked to a number of these people over the last few days, and they thanked us so much for all the good information, and they wondered, why isn't this getting out? Even just the health risks. People say we are not aware of the health risks. And so that would seem to be your responsibility to put this out for people. They also loved Attorney Ed Walsh's statement about what we have a right to do in terms of the ban, and we have the findings, and what constitutes a takings and what doesn't. So they were very grateful to us for the information we were putting out there. I also want to say it's ludicrous to even talk about this, but I'm sitting over in the camera angle now instead of off screen, and I have some duct tape in my pocket because I don't want to put duct tape over my mouth. But I will if I have to as an insurance policy. I was falsely accused and wrongly removed from this room on March 3rd. And so I don't know, I don't want to stoop to being childish, but I will not tolerate being falsely accused again in this county.
Good morning, Commissioners. Yvonne Krogstad, Caledonia Township. Since all of you at one time or another has stated that you don't want large-scale mining in the county, I just can't understand your refusal to ban it. It is your duty as a commissioner to protect the health and well-being of every county resident. Yet the draft ordinance doesn't even address health issues except for a reference in the inspection paragraph at the end of the ordinance. The ordinance also could have negative effects on the county's long-term economy. There goes tourism, for instance. Your refusal to ban can't be because MCIT wouldn't defend it, because we've shown that that is false. The policy states just the opposite. On the other hand, if there were a health issue because of silica sand dust, MCIT would not defend the county. Your refusal shouldn't be because of taking rights from property owners with sand, because they can still sell their sand as ag and construction use. However, your proposal would take the rights of other property owners in the devaluation of their property. As for the non-conforming mines, if the 5-year period wasn't enough for those mines to submit a reclamation plan, put a notice in the paper. They have 30 days to bring a reclamation plan in. If they fail to do so, they lose their non-conforming status. End of story. Excuse me. In spite of the present ordinance not addressing blasting. I believe the solution would be to adopt Commissioner Chomey's proposal with a paragraph in the current ordinance. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning, Michael Fields, Diego Township. I just want to reiterate what Yvonne just said. It seems like the only logical solution to our problem is to adopt Commissioner Chomey's proposal. It should at least be put back on the website so that people can look at it, discuss it. It's our current ordinance. It's a very good ordinance, and Commissioner Chomey's amendment simply bans industrial frac sand mining. It allows for frac sand projects, so if someone hits a vein of silica sand, then they can still, they have to treat it like toxic waste. The draft ordinance that's being circulated by Planning Commission Chairman Van Griffin and Commissioner Schultz is a piece of junk that only sounds good if you lie about it. So I think that thing should just be wadded up and thrown into the waste basket where it belongs. So.
Anyone else wish to address the board? If not, we'll continue with our meeting.